Roddick. Say hi, Roddick.
Hi.
This is Banning.
Hi.
And here are our quail. We're not sure if quail is plural. Quail. There's one dusting. So what we've created here, let me back up, big picture. We have 6 quail in here. This little guy right here was one of our first 2.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's getting a drink of water. But let me back up. Roddick, can you? So why we built this quail habitat, the boys for their 10th birthday wanted quail. And we didn't know anything about it, so we went to YouTube. We learned as much as we could, and most people in YouTube raise them for either just strictly financial reasons or to eat them. There's some mealworms. That's Tito's up there. So basically we wanted to create an environment that was safe from what we have a lot here in Vista, California is coyotes, hawks, rats, snake. Say hi, Tito's.
What's up?
That's the cousin. And so what we did is we built this guy. Oh, you want to open up the box? We built this guy. We have Bermuda hay all underneath this rain protected. That is a full sheet of plywood underneath there. Banning's going to show you inside our
Hi guys.
box.
See?
Bunch of Bermuda. We have
They're amazing.
a ton in there. We just changed it. We keep it really dry. And one of the things we have. So we're back. Banning accidentally pressed stop or something. So one of the things that we probably would have done in hindsight, there's some more little guys, is use a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch.
Dude, what are you doing?
1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So that way maybe it keeps the little mice out, but we don't hang a food feeder. Okay, we don't hang a feeder up because of the field mice. We just let them eat what they're going to eat for the day. Here's some sand we brought from the beach. It's dried out. You can tell that they're really comfortable in this environment. We've tried to recreate what it would be like in the wild. We did a little research on the type of plants. You just got to look really closely for some of them. They're behind, hidden in some of the caves. They like to hide from us too. But they're dusting. And we've got, like I said, 6. Here's another plant we put in. We get in through the door right here, but all this wood is just cosmetics because we have 2, what are they, Labradors or Retrievers?
Labradors.
2 Labradors that live on the property that have tested our facility pretty well. They've jumped on top of here.
Tried to dig under.
Tried to dig under, everything you could do. And you can't really see underneath there, but underneath in there is back where all the Bermuda hay is. Okay, the Roddick wants us to look at some of the mealworms. Right there, hold on. Right there, you wanted to go and toss it right in front of one of their beaks.
Sure.
Try to right on top. Let's see, and good spot. They're having a fun time right now. The sun probably has another hour and a half left. So that's our egg picker. Banning puts that in there sometimes to get eggs that might be way deep in there. But just so you can see a distance, we use everything here too, by the way. We've used scraps. This was a dog pin. We went and bought some chicken wire to tie in with this larger heavy duty gauge. But all this stuff was scraps. And none of it was cemented. We dug it down deep into the ground. Used some scraps of wood. We used some zip ties. We also used really strong rebar wire tie to keep it. You can kind of see right here, it's rusted. We just had a ton of rain, but we got that. And we've built like little stepping stools up because they don't like to get on top of really high things. So we've kind of built in a stepping rock. Again, here's some sand for dusting. There's some dusting sand. We just got a big bucket full. Anyways, the whole goal.
They found an egg.
Oh, they're getting
I
eggs?
think they found an egg.
Okay, let's go see. We're doing some eggs.
Wait, can I have this for a second?
Okay, don't turn it off. Turn it straight though. Not sideways there. Straight up.
Where is it?
We're back. There you go. See how they go hiding? There's one little guy way up there, like it up in the little nooks. They're really starting to feel at home here. We've got our first 2 quail. This
That
little guy,
one.
see the ding on his face there? What was going on was him, they're all female, but this one was one of the original 2, and it dinged itself up all by himself, all by herself.
It's like
So she's healing. I've been putting aloe vera on it. I did remove her and put her in her own cage for a little bit, but she did more damage to herself in that cage than it was happening with the rest of the girls. There's no males in here,
No, it's
so they're pretty calm.
I found it, but
This is poultry feed, Purina,
like
because since they're natural scratchers, I just put it on the ground. They like to get it off the ground a little easier. It's Flock Razor Crumbles. I put enough as needed for them, but we don't leave it out at night again because of the mice, field mice, and rats it will attract. And yeah, we're gone most of the day, so we also cover up this section of it at night. There's the box the boys are in. We put some hinges on.
I found one.
Okay, you got to turn the rake over.
Oh.
Today we also had our first quail eggs, right, Roddick? We made some
Yeah.
scrambled eggs.
Yeah, we
Put
did.
some cheese on it. Pretty
But
tasty.
You put too much butter and
Too much
oil.
butter, so they didn't.
I know.
But we put this on.
Oily.
Yeah, there's our habitat.
Nope.
We call it a habitat instead of cage.
Can I try to get it?
And I cut that a little too low, so I'm going to redo that. But the boys like to go in and get the eggs. And then there they are.
Well,
Oops.
is there any way to like go in it?
Yeah, there's the door right there, but we leave it locked. We're not going to go in it just yet. But here they are up on the wall. All of them in the little nook and cranny up there. And this is built into a wall that there's no entrance in from. And then that's all protected with chicken wire all the way deep under. Again, that's the size of a full sheet of plywood to give you scope of size. Let me back up to show you just the overall size. And again, these wood outside here are for looks, just for cosmetics, deterrents. We've got huge slabs of concrete. We busted up one of a driveway along the base so they can't dig into it. So there is a way to do a habitat for practically no money. You just got to be creative. These are some different succulents we put in here. That plant and this plant we purchased just for this habitat. These little logs, I heard they like to get on top of logs and under them, and it is true. So they're very happy in their surroundings. I recommend doing something like this if you have the space instead of raising them in a cage. Okay, we'll be back.
Okay.